Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel again. This is the part 2 of a managing a cloud solution. Okay, let's start the exercise. Okay, this one. Introduction. Welcome to the Managing a Cloud Solution Part 2 Practice Lab. In this module, you will be provided with the instructions and devices needed to develop your hands-on skills. Okay, learning outcomes in this module will complete the following exercise. Administering network resources. After completing this lab, we'll be able to create for an instance on OpenStack. Labels in an OpenStack. Create an image in an OpenStack instance. Create an internal network in an OpenStack instance. Create a security group of an OpenStack instance. Create a key pairs for an OpenStack instance. For secure SSH connection, create an instance in an OpenStack instance. Create an external network in an OpenStack instance. Okay. During the session, we have access to the following lab configuration: the PIB management, deploy, controller, compute, and storage. The size 1, administering network resources. Secure and OpenStack instance is a very crucial administrative duty. The tasks that will be completed in this exercise are essential to secure resources. Security groups are a set of IP-based firewall rules to specify access to network resources. When the OpenStack instance is deployed, a default security group is created. The security affects all the projects that are created globally. By creating custom security groups, customized rules set can be applied to specific projects that have been created. Another way of securing the OpenStack instance is creating key pairs. This will ensure that user will not need passwords to access the OpenStack instance when using SSH connection. The public key will be stored on a server and the private key will be stored on a user's computer when the user uses SSH to connect to the server. The need to create an external network is to ensure that the virtual machines that are created in a private cloud will be accessible externally. In this exercise, we'll be learn more about managing cloud solution using OpenStack. Learning outcomes after completing this exercise will be able to create partition for an instance on OpenStack, create labels in an OpenStack, creating an image in an OpenStack instance, create an internal network in an OpenStack instance, create security group in an OpenStack instance, create key pairs for an OpenStack instance for secure SSH connections, create an instance in an OpenStack instance, create an external network in an OpenStack instance device. We'll be using the following devices in this lab: PIB management, deploy controller, compute, and storage. Okay, task 1. Creating a partition for the instance on OpenStack. In this task, we'll create a partition for an instance in an OpenStack environment. The partition that will be created will be used to store the data for the instance on the storage server. Storage is a critical resource in cloud infrastructure and needs to be maintained to ensure that the cloud infrastructure function correctly. Connect to PIB management. Okay. From the desktop, right-click the PUTTI icon and click Open. Select the PIB storage and then Open. It will prompt you to log in, type administrator, then enter password. Type the following command in terminal to check the disk. Enter and then type the password again. Okay. Each show document has been typed in order to check the disk in the new disk with 160 gig. The new disk with 160 gig space is present. A new partition needs to be added to the disk. Type the following command. Enter. Okay, for the type, new partition type N. Then step 7 for primary partition type P. Step 8 for the partition number, press enter. For the first sector, press enter. Similarly for the last sector, press enter. Enter and enter and enter. View the newly created partition by typing P. Alright. To save and quit, press W. Press enter. The following command to confirm the partition is added successfully. Type this or copy this one and enter. Okay. To create the physical volume of the partition, type the following command. Then enter. Check the physical volume has been successfully created by typing the following command. Enter. To create the volume group, type the following command. Confirm the volume group is successfully created. Enter. Let- Type the following command to restart the system for changes to take effect. Okay, a PTTY fatal error will appear. Click OK. Then right click on the inactive and restart session. Order to restart its connection to the previous storage node. Okay, then type this administrator, paste it here, and then enter. Then password. Oh, access denied. Password. Okay. Click on minus sign to minimize the terminal. Okay, create task 2 creating playboards in an OpenStack instance. In this task, we'll create a playboard in an OpenStack dashboard. A playboard in an OpenStack defines the computing memory and storage capacity for the instance virtual server that will be provisioned. From the taskbar, click the Start button on the bottom left-hand corner. Open the Firefox web browser. Okay, erase this. Copy this HTTPS. Then paste and go. This will open the OpenStack dashboard. Alright. Already open. Let's enter in the username text box. Admin. Minimize the window by clicking sign. From the desktop, right click the PUTTY and then deploy, then open, and it will prompt you from login and password. Type root, then password. Oh, sorry. Um, Alright, password. Maximize the window by clicking on the square box. Type the following command to obtain the OpenStack dashboard password. Alright. This command will show the admin user password for the OpenStack portal. Okay? Yeah, right. Press, ayun, sorry. Press slash and copy this password. Displaying how to search for admin password string. The password for keystone underscore oath underscore admin underscore password is displayed at the top of the window on the right of the highlighted key. This one. Okay. Open the web browser, right click into the password box and then paste it in the copy password. Click connect to open this OpenStack dashboard. Okay, connect. After the successful login, OpenStack will open. Okay. It shows the OpenStack dashboard has been opened after the successful login. On the left sidebar of the window, click Admin. Then under Admin, click Compute. Under the Compute, select Flavors. Alright, Flavors. In the Flavors window, select option Create Flavors. Okay, flavor information section is selected. The pop-up window show the options to add the parameters for the flavor in this section. Flavor defines the size of RAM. This, the number of cores and other resources can be selected when users deploy instances. In the name text box, type test flavor. Okay. Specify ID for flavor as auto. AUE ID will be automatically generated for the flavor. Now add the number byte for virtual CPUs required for the flavor. Specify for flavor as 1. And then enter the amount of RAM is 512. In the root disk field, enter the amount of disk space in gigabytes to use for the root partition. Okay, 10. And then next, ephemeral disk over machine local disk storage linked to the life cycle of VM instance. When a VM is terminated, all data of the ephemeral disk is lost. In this case, it would be unspecified and the value is 0 by default. A swap disk is Linux is used to increase the virtual memory for a system when the system runs out of physical memory. The swap disk is used to supplement the memory. Swap disk or MD won't be used during this task. It would be unspecified and the value is 0 by default. RT/TX factor is left unchanged on 1. Then after selecting the parameters for the flavor, click Create Flavors found at the bottom of the window. Okay, successfully created. It shows the flavor is successfully created and the parameters of the newly created flavor are added in the flavor. Okay, creating an image in an OpenStack instance. An image needs to be created before an instance can be created in an OpenStack environment. The instance is created using the image that is uploaded. In this task, we will create an Ubuntu image which will be used for instance creation. Okay, minimize it first. Delivery management, click PUTPY open, and then deploy, and then open, then type as root, again password, then copy this one, and enter. To determine the name of the container, type the following command, then enter. Okay, infra 1 utility container has been seen. Okay, type the following command on the terminal to access the utility container, then enter. Okay, type the following command in the terminal source openrc, enter. And then to download the image by the type of the following command, wget http cloud, enter. Okay, it shows the command has been typed to download the Ubuntu signal image. The Ubuntu signal image was successfully downloaded. In the utility container, type the following command to create an image with the disk format as QCOW2 and container format as bare. Enter. Alright. The newly created image needs to be verified. Type the following command to list the images. Then enter. Okay. The image name test image with the status of active can be seen. Alright. Okay, task 4, creating internal network in an OpenStack instance. In this task, you will create an internal network in OpenStack. An internal network is used to connect specific instances to ensure communication between the instances. It can be compared to a switch in a physical network. Infrastructure instances in OpenStack are the virtual computing nodes that are created. After successfully creating the image in task 2, open the OpenStack dashboard in the Firefox from task 1. Okay. It shows the dashboard on OpenStack which is create a project. Click the project. Click network in an OpenStack dashboard. And then click on networks in network drop down list. Okay, successful. And open up window, specify the fields of the network. Write the network name as oh sorry. Create network and mean step 5 pa pala tayo. Create network pala. In the top side which will open the pop-up window. And then this one. Put it right here in the name, network name. Then next, click next. Next. On the subnet tab, type the following. Okay, network address. Next, it will open the subnet details tab. Click create to create the internal network. Okay, create. Work in progress. Okay, success. Task 5, creating security group in an OpenStack instance. In this task, we will create a security group in an OpenStack instance. A security group is used to open specific ports in the network to facilitate communication. For instance, opening the correct port and SSH connection. Click the project in the left tab of the field. This one, project. And then click network. Click network. Network. Click on security groups. In the security groups window, select the create security group. Okay, test SG. Then here paste. Create security group. Okay, a security group has been successfully created. Name test SG this one, and successfully creating the security group. Click on manage role of the newly created security group test SG. This one, click the manage rules. Alright. The manage rules windows of the security group name test SG will open, which is currently displaying two rules on the top right corner. Click and add rule. Okay, the add rule pop-up window will open in which the rule can be selected from the drop-down in the rule field. In this case, the HSS rule is required for the newly created security group named test SG. Using the drop-down, set the rule field as SSH. Okay, select this SSH and then click on add to add the rule security group. Okay, click add. Okay, click add. Okay, successfully added the rule named as SG. Task 6. Creating key pairs for an OpenStack instances for secure SSH connection. In this task, we will create key pairs for an OpenStack instance. Key pairs are utilized to securely connect to virtual machines using an SSH connection instead of using usernames and passwords. Public and private keys are used for authentication. Select the project tab, open the compute, and click key pairs to open the key pairs. In the key pairs window, select option create key pair, which will open the pop-up window. Test KP, paste it, and then click on create key pair. Okay, successful. The key that was generated will be stored in a PEM file format. In the pop-up, click on OK to open the generated file in Notepad. The private key that can be used for secure SSH connection is displayed. Close the Notepad application. Okay, leave the Firefox web browser open the task. Open for the next task 7. Task 7. Creating an instance in an OpenStack instance. In an OpenStack environment, virtual machines are called instances. In this task, you will create an instance in the OpenStack environment. The previously created flavor, key pair, security group, internal network, and the image previously created will be used to create the instance. Select In the Project tab, open the Compute tab and click Instances to open the instances. Okay, it shows the sidebar menu and opens up dashboard while clicking Instances in the Compute tab of the project. In the Instance window, select the option Launch Instance on the top right side, which will open the pop-up window. Okay, this one, Launch Instance. In the pop-up window, the Details tab is open. Type the instance name as Test Instance. Then click Next. In the Source tab, choose Yes. The test image can be seen in the Available tab. Click on the top on the up arrow. Alright, top arrow. The test image can be seen in the allocated section. Click Next to move to the Playboard tab. And then, similarly, the test Playboard can be seen in the Available section, which needs to be allocated to and click the upward pointing arrow. The test Playboard can be seen in the allocated section. Click Next to move to the Network tab. Next. In the Network tab, the network name int is already allocated to the instance, so click Next to move to the network ports. No changes are needed in network ports tab, so click Next to move to the security group. The test SG can be seen in the available section, which needs to be allocated to the instance. Click on the upward pointing arrow, allocate the security group. The test can be seen in the allocated section. Click Next to move the key pair. In the Keeper tab, the Keeper name Test Keeper is already in allocated section, so click Launch Instance. The new instance that was created is displayed. And instances. Okay, task 8, creating an external network. In this task, you will create an external network. External network facilitates network communication of the instance virtual nodes. In the physical network infrastructure, this makes it possible for the instance to be accessed externally. Step 1. After successfully creating the instance, go to Admin. Go to Admin, Network, and then click networks. Okay, successful. In the pop-up, okay, next. In the net create network, create network, create network, and then in the pop-up window, specify the fields of text box. Then paste it here. In the project field, select admin from down list. Admin. In the provider network field, select plot from the drop-down list. This defines the physical mechanism by which the virtual network is implemented. Also in the physical is flat. Flat. And then verify that the enable admin state and create subnet checkboxes had been checked off. If you do not specify a subnet, the network can be attached to instant. Also click the external network to make this network external. Verify that enable admin state and create subnet checkbox has been checked off. Also click the external network to make this network external. Okay? Click the external network to make this network external. It shows the network parameters with the external network being specified. After filling the fields of the network, click Next, which will open to the Subnet tab. Actually, next one, next dito. Ayun. Specify a piece of Subnet as per the following. Next. Copy. And then paste. The network. And paste. Click the disable gateway option to disable the gateway of this section. Click the disable option to and then special reveals of subnet. Click next, which will open subnet detail tabs. Okay. In the subnet details tab, uncheck the checkbox. Enable DC. Click create to create the network with the added specification. Create. Okay, created network X net 1 external network name extension dash net 1 is successfully created. Screenshot. It shows the external network successfully created and parameters of the newly created network. Take a screenshot. Okay, then next. Okay, well done. We have completed the managing cloud solution. Okay, question number 2. External network in an OpenStack environment is used to facilitate communication between instances and internal storage for the instances, facilitate communication between instances in the block storage, facilitate internal communication between instances. I think the answer is right. Facilitate communication between instances internal. Facilitate communication between instances and the physical network infrastructure. Okay. In what format is the keeper stored in an OpenStack environment? Hmm, PEM. Which of the following components are needed to create an instance in an OpenStack environment? Choose all the apply. Image, internal keeper, flavor, and security group. What is the functionality of a security group in an OpenStack environment? Choose two that apply. It facilitates communication where the instance is allocated to, and it protects the instance against unauthorized access. Okay. Which type of connection is used to connect to PLAB controller node? An SSH connection. Okay, submit. Okay, submit report. Yes. Click here. Save as PDF. Rename it. Managing solution part 2. Alright, as already saved. Okay, summary. Completed the following exercise. Exercise 1. Administrating network resources. You should now be able to create a partition for an instance on OpenStack, create flavors in an OpenStack instance, create an image in an OpenStack instance, create an internal network in an OpenStack instance, create a security group on OpenStack instance, create key pairs for an OpenStack instance for secure SSH connection, create an instance in an OpenStack instance, create an external network in an OpenStack instance. Alright, this is the end of a managing a cloud solution part 2. Thank you for watching this video. See you again on my next videos soon. Okay, take care always and bye bye. Thank you.